Hello everyone, MamaaaPerdue here. Thank you for sticking around. It's been a while since I last filmed the video, and today I am sharing with you how to do a DIY bralette. And the supplies that we're going to need is obviously a tank top of your choice, coordinating thread, so whatever color of tank top you want to make sure it matches your thread, a pair of scissors. This is optional, but I like using that, but if you don't have it, and that's fine, scissors will work just fine. You need a marking chalk or a pen if you like, some push pins, a ruler, and a measuring tape, and of course your sewing machine. Okay, so the first thing that we want to do is put on your tank top. Put it on the center and just measure it down to see how far you want to cut your tank top. So from the center front down, and I'm going to do mine 8 inches. Once we do that, we'll go take it to the cutting table and cut it to the mark we decided. Your measuring tape or your ruler and mark it. Okay, that's 8 inches for me. And since I have cutting mat, I just aligned my very top on the very first line, and I decided I wanted 8 inches. So I'll just mark it from edge to edge on the 8 inches. So I'm just gonna cut right across. Okay, so this is gonna be a top portion. Okay, while we're here cutting mat, we're gonna go ahead and take the bottom hem. We're going to save the bottom hem, and we're going to attach it there for a nice finished edge when we finish our little bralettes. So, and I just want to go just a 1/4 of an inch or maybe 1/2 inch from the very last stitch. Okay, we're gonna cut. Okay, we're gonna save that. And then while we're here, we are going to need to create some little strap like this. So we are gonna cut strips of 1 inch on the remaining pieces. Okay, and then we're just gonna remove the seam portion. So it doesn't have to be straight. We're just gonna remove the seam there, so you have a nice even material you're gonna work with. Okay, so we have 2, depending on the style you want to create. If you want to do just the V form, you probably need just 1 strip. But if you want to do more, you can certainly cut out some more. See, all you need is just 1 strip like that, so you just need 1. So but if you need more, just keep cutting another 1 inch. Since it's laying down on your cutting mat, it's not moving anywhere. I would just recommend you go ahead and just cut another strip there. Okay, and then we can save this for later. That's all the cutting that we needed to do. And our next step is we want to fold the strip that we cut. The material is 95% cotton and 5% spandex, so it's gonna stretch some, and as you can see, it's a t-shirt material, so it's gonna roll for us, so you have to be very careful. You wanna find the front, the right side of the material, and then the wrong side. I'm not sure if you can see, you can tell on this part is the wrong side, and it's not as shiny as the right side. It's much more darker in color. Let's see if I fold it, see if you guys can tell the difference. And then the grain, it's hard to tell the grain of the material here versus on the right side. So you have to be able to tell which one is the front and the wrong side of the material. So, and it typically, the material will typically roll towards the right side of the material. See, and then you can tell that's the wrong side. So the next step we want to do, you would think ironing this is a lot better, but it really isn't. When you iron it, you maneuver the material and you tend to stretch it and all that. So, and I find that this is the easiest way to do this. If you do not have like a the foot, I don't know what you call it, but the hemming foot, I guess. If you don't have that, then this is the best way. I find this is the easiest way to do it if I don't have my own, if I don't buy my bias. So because you can certainly purchase some of this, but why purchase it when you have it? So anyways, so what I do is I basically cut it in 4 quarters. There's your 2 quarters, and then I fold it in half, and there's our little bias. I'm using I just folded a blanket. This way it'll help me push the pins and keep the material in place there. So okay, let's do it again. You just fold it in quarters and then fold it in half. Okay, it's really simple. And then we're just gonna go down the line like that. Okay, so I have all my I have the whole strip, oops, sorry, I have the whole strip pin all the way across. And then now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it and put it in place like this. Okay, so I'm gonna pick it up. I probably won't need that anymore. And then take my pin and secure them in place like this all the way across. So then this way I can take it to my sewing machine and start sewing them in place. Okay, so I'm gonna keep doing this, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm finished. Okay, so here's what it looks like. I pinned it all in place. It's gonna open up on some areas like this, but that's okay, because when we sew it under the sewing machine, we can definitely still keep adjusting that. So that's what it looks like. And then what we're gonna do is we're basically gonna sew it on the sewing machine, and we're gonna mimic this 2 stitches. Okay, let me see if I can find another color so you can see. We're gonna stitch it all the way across, and we're gonna create this little strap. So we're gonna mimic this 2 stitches onto this strip that we created. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna do that, sew it on my machine, and then I'll show you once it's done. Okay, here's a tip for you. If you are a righty, this is quite hard to record and hold the camera and sew at the same time. So if you're a righty, you want to keep this opening on your right hand side. If you're a lefty, obviously you want to do it. The reason for that is when we start fitting it, you see how I also pinned it to the very tip, because this is going to help me place that underneath my sewing machine foot. But so what I do is I just try to put it under there and just eyeing it. I want to place it just right, just the way I want it to look on my stitch. Okay, so here's, and then once the needle is down in place there, I'm going to go ahead and pull my pin. And then this is why it's important, if you're a righty, you want to do it here on this side so it's easier for you to maneuver that. I also take my pin and just kind of guide it and just kind of tuck it down in place there. I know it's like really hard to tell, but I take my pin and then I just keep that stitch tucked down a little bit as I go and fit it through there. I don't go really fast. I just kind of go slow because I want to be able to keep that stitch straight. And I don't even need to go back stitch because we're gonna fold that, and we don't need to worry about it being unraveled for some reason. Okay, so I pull the next stitch and then I just keep going, making sure my stitches is tucked in there nicely. And then I pull another one, see how it's matching, and I just take my pin and push it down. Okay, and as I get closer to the next pin, I stop, I pull the pin, try to arrange that. If it's open, I just kind of tucked it in place and then secure it with the pin again, and then just keep stitching. Okay, so I'm gonna keep doing this, and when I'm done I'll show you the finished. I don't know if you guys could really see what I'm doing here. Okay, I'm gonna try and get it not focusing. Okay, so I'm sewing the center portion now, so I'm just gonna go 1, 2, 3, lift my foot and then pivot it, turn it, and bring it back down, and then sew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, lift the foot, pivot, and then bring it back up. 1, 2, reverse, and we're done. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, so that's what it looks like. Clean up the stitches a little bit. Okay, and I try to stay right on top of those stitches the best way I can. So let's do the last piece here. I have it pinned. I'm gonna go just a little bit above that just to get it started, so I know. On your foot, I got a clear foot here so I can see where that stitch, and then whenever I put my needle, I try to put it right on top of that original stitch so I know I'm right on there. Okay, I'm gonna reverse. I didn't even reverse on the other side, but it's okay. And then lift my foot, cut it, keep that clean. I'm gonna remove this and then just cut this just a little over because I want to tuck that right in there. And then let's put the pin just to keep that guys in place, and let's sew it. Two, three, back, 1, 2, 3, and then go. Okay, once I know that it caught the material I want to put in secure in place, I just pull the needle. Quite hard trying to sew and hold the camera at the same time. Haha, sorry you guys, this is probably not the best DIY that you've ever seen, but I'm doing my best. So I actually have my camera on the tripod, so I'm just cleaning up my stitches here. I'll cutting out all those extra thread. Okay, so that's what it looks like finished. Okay, not bad. I think it looks pretty good, and I have that secured, nicely secured there. So there, now let's go and work the hem portion. What we're gonna do is we want to turn our hem inside out like this. Find the inside stitches and match it with the hem. Now you want the right side together facing. See, I have the hem inside out, the inside is in, and then we didn't do nothing with that. So now I have the right side facing together. We are going to stitch this here, and then when we're done it's gonna look like that. I find the other side. I go to the opposite side, right side together, facing together, and I pin. So I now have both of those edges pinned together. And then we'll do the other quarter. Okay, and then I pin. This pins makes, oops, sorry. This pins make my job so much easier. Okay guys, it's time to put our hem back. So we already pinned it, and we want to make sure that our stitches is on zigzag. Because it's a stretchy material, we need to have it zigzagged. It'll give it a little bit of stretch. If we go with the straight stitch, the minute you put it on and you get a little bit of stretch, it'll pop the stitches off. So you want to make sure you're on the zigzag portion. So, and what I like to do is I like to start where the side hem is at, and I like to place the edge of my foot right on top of that original stitch. So that's my marking. That's going to make it easy for us to place the stitches on our shirt. So if you have the option to make your stitches smaller, you go ahead and do so. I'm going to do the 3.0. I'm just staying right above, right on top that original stitch, and then I'm just going to keep going around. You're not pulling your material, you're just letting the feed of the sewing machine pull it for you, and you're just basically guiding it. Make sure it's nice and flat on your machine. Okay, we're on the home stretch here. Let me cut this. Okay, you're just laying it. And there we go. Okay, let's cut this. And I have some excess material. If you have this zigzag scissors, that's fine. You can use it. If not, there's no big deal. And I'm just gonna trim the edge. And we're done. Okay, clean this off. Okay, so this is what it looks like, but we're not finished. We're gonna do one last stitch just to secure this in place. Okay, so let's go back to the sewing machine, and then we're gonna, if you can lower your stitch a little bit more, put it to the lowest possible. You're gonna stay on zigzag, and I just want to secure the hemming that we did so it's not too bulky there for us when we wear it. I like to start on the end seam as well, and you're on the right side now. So and I'm just gonna align my stitches, this hemming portion, just right where that 1/4 inch stitch is at. So I'm just right above there, and then we're just gonna stitch this around. The hem inside should naturally just lay, so just make sure it's all laying on the same position, and just keep sewing away. Almost done, and we will be finished. It's really easy. The hard part of this project is the little band that we had to make, and you just need a little bit of patience with it. But I find that my method is the easiest way. Don't bother ironing it. It'll just burn your hands and you'll just get frustrated. So, okay, let's back it up a little bit just to secure that. Okay, and guess what, guys? We are done with our project. It's really quick and easy. So here we go. Let's see what it looks like and show you guys how you like the hem. I like keeping the original hem so it looks kind of decent. And then if you guys didn't know, this is the same way you try to hem up. If your jeans are too long, you want to cut them, this is the same technique. This is the same technique that you want to do it. So anyway, so here we go. What do you guys think? It is done. We have a cute little bralette. There's the hem that we did. Okay, not bad. I think I like it. It looks good. And there's our top. Ta-da! All done. Now all you gotta do is try it on and show it off and wear it with your outfit of the day. So, okay guys, I am back, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this DIY. It's really easy. Give it a try and share it. And until then, we will be chatting with you again really soon. Thank you so much for everybody who stuck around. I know I was out for like 5 weeks, I think. So and I really appreciate you guys sticking around, and I'm really excited. Brooklyn is back to school, and I have finally have a free time on my hands so I can record peacefully, no interruption. So I'll be busy trying to put out some more videos out there for you guys. So thank you again. I hope that you guys are having a great day. Okay guys, here's the finished look. I think it looks really nice. It's nice and secure there, and that's where the hem that we ended up with, this is just right above the belly button, maybe 3 fingers above the belly button.